A helpless young man had no idea his walk down the street would lead him to a dangerous encounter. The unsuspecting young man is walking down the street when suddenly he catches a gang's attention. He takes off, running. Two gang members chase after him, cornering him around this car. One of the gang members slams him on the car, tackling him to the ground. They begin to search his body for something. A car parks and the driver looks at what is happening. A third gang member joins the men and keeps searching the victim's body. The car reverses in alarm. Getting what they want, the gangsters run away. Unsuspecting customers at a town bank are shocked when the door opens to reveal chilling figures. The bank in this street caters to the people of this small town. As you can see, a woman is waiting on a bike for her husband, who's in the bank. A truck stops behind her. Armed, masked men stream out of the vehicle, shooting into the air. The woman drives away as the robbers storm the bank. A man runs out of the bank, escaping. Soon, more people walk out in fear with the armed men behind them. A few women and children run before they can be stopped. The gang rounds up the remaining people, continuing the robbery. In this tragic encounter, the family's ride home took a dark turn, and they skidded to a halt on the road. This family's car is blocked on a highway in Russia. The gang members surround the car, stopping the driver from escaping. Two of the gangsters go to the booth to retrieve some valuable items. The third one points his gun at the people in the car, intimidating them. The woman hides in the car. The gang gets what they want and returns to their vehicle. The gang drives away, leaving the family in the car traumatized. The family in the car with the dashcam discusses what just happened, knowing they couldn't stop what happened. When residents of this small town thought they could relax, their hopes were destroyed when the situation spun out of control. Today isn't like every other day for the residents of Hanover. It's evening, and they see two rival gangs storming the Hanover Park angrily. The gangs have a notorious reputation, and the people are worried about what will happen next. Some brave people stay around the chain walls to watch the confrontation. A gang member in black is running across the park when a shot directed at him grazes past him. He goes on one knee and shoots back. Ahead, a car is already on fire and has been demolished. The man runs forward, still shooting. The gang had scoped out the shop, but when they acted, they didn't think they'd find such resistance. The salesman is talking with a woman who's planning to buy jewelry. She scrolls through her phone, and he waits for her. Out of the blue, a masked man runs to the window and breaks it. Scared, they retreat into the shop. The masked man enters the shop through the broken window, but the shop owner and salesman run at him with a machete. The robber stumbles out, falling on his accomplice. They fall to the ground as the robbers bring out guns. Regardless, the shop owner rises with his machete and drives them away. This woman was done purchasing what she wanted when she came face to face with a scene she'd never forget. The woman is finished with her purchase at the mall's jewelry section. As she leaves, 3 masked gang members storm inside and immediately break the glass cases with pickaxes. The woman and salesman run away. The gang quickly and meticulously breaks every glass they can find to access the jewelry. They fill their bags with cases and boxes of jewelry, including expensive watches, necklaces, and diamond rings. Due to the limited space in their bags, they choose only the most expensive jewelry. In a stunning and bold display of power, a gang decided to do what they do best.
A boca é nossa, cupicha. Que houve? E gurizada? Dominamos, caralho.
This gang just left their hideout and are walking about the neighborhood with their guns in the air. The leader with the phone encourages them with his words as music plays in the background. The men are excited and follow their leader's lead.
Aí, já era, o buraco mesmo. Dominei uma questão aí, padrinho. Viu? Vem aí, gurizada.
The leader shows the scene of the neighborhood. It's deserted, and the residents are hiding in their homes, hoping to be far away from them. The gang revels in their power over the neighborhood, not caring how they terrorize the people. The man heard a knock that brought him out of his home to disturbing guests. The homeowner leaves the comfort of his home and steps out after hearing a sound. As he gets out, 2 armed and masked gangsters run up the stairs. They order him to stay put, or else they'd shoot. The man remains in place. One of them gets close to him and searches for his phone. They can't find his phone and keep threatening him to release his phone to them. A third gang is down the stairs, waiting for his colleagues. They get nothing from the homeowner and leave with nothing. No one expected this tense confrontation with the gang members to end this way. Things took a wild turn. The shop owner is attending to a customer while the older people wait at the back for their turn. After the first customer has been attended to, he leaves. The older man takes his place. As the shop owner is about to attend to him, a couple of gang members storm into the shop. They try taking the monitor and climbing over the counter. The shop owner ducks and takes out a gun. Seeing the weapon, the gangsters run and the shop owner chases them out. The customers in the shop watch all this with amusement. In this following clip, they could not have predicted that their shop visit would put them in danger's way. These 3 men walk into this shop in Spalding, Jamaica. They have a menacing air around them, and it's clear they're not regular customers. The man in the blue and white striped shirt is masked. As they are safely in the shop, The man in black wears his mask and unveils his gun. Two men stay with the cashier at the counter. The man in blue takes the cash off the counter and pockets it. He cooperates with the man in orange to get his bag. The customers in the shop dare not panic as the one with the gun stands over them. The robbers do not target the children. A family was safe in their home until the doorbell rang. This gang member, dressed in a delivery man outfit, rings the doorbell of this home. His attire is meant to reduce the homeowner's suspicion. He proceeds to open the outer front door and steps in. As he enters, his fellow gang members run after him. They plan to raid the home, and they've gotten access to it from the looks of it. They get what they want from the home and run to a stolen Range Rover to escape. The alarm of the car goes off, scaring them. They jump out of the car, running away. No matter what they did, these people couldn't stop the inevitable from happening.
Yeah, I got the photo.
The man takes a chair from the restaurant and unsuccessfully attempts to break the car's windshield. No one seems shocked at what he's doing, so he tries again.
Close the door and we'll film them.
Someone tells the man to take the car keys out, and another man tries to deflate the tires. They intend to keep the car from leaving. Soon, a gang of masked robbers run to the car with their loot. A mother and daughter from the shop they just raided follow them and hit them, trying to stop them. They get into the car and successfully leave. The customer entered the shop with no idea he had the wrong kind of people following him. The shop owner is talking to the man while the shop attendant is behind the counter. The man looks at the door and sees someone trying to get in. A customer enters first. Immediately, a gang rushes in, ordering everyone to the floor at gunpoint. They break the glass casing of the jewelry and fill their bags with the jewelry. One of them waits at the door for them. The two gang members still in the shop take what they can in their hands. They join their colleagues outside in their getaway car. The people in the shop stay still throughout the ordeal. While people were trying not to get hurt, the gang members got even more brazen. See how they did it. These two gang members enter a Samsung retail shop posing as customers. They begin to yank out electronic devices from the show boxes. The shop's alarm keeps ringing, but no security arrives to stop them.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
They go around the shop, taking what they want and yelling threats. Although they have not brought out a weapon, no one dares approach them. They eventually take what they want and leave. When the gang attacked, it looked like everything would be over for them in the shop. Watch the chilling encounter. The saleswoman sits on a stool, watching a customer pick out jewelry. Outside the shop, masked men with bags exit their car and storm the shop. The woman and customer go off to the side, and the thieves get to work. After breaking the glass facade of the jewelry, they load their bags quickly. One of the gang members had sufficiently cowed the lady and the man not to resist. After getting what they need, they return to their car and drive away. The people in the shop are relieved. The homeowners had locked their home, thinking it was secure, but the gang had something for the occasion. The two men walk up the stairs silently, not wanting to attract attention. The man with the backpack turns his back to the man in white, who searches for something in the bag. A third man joins them. The man gets a huge plier and uses it to cut the padlock on the door. The third guy provides cover for him. The padlock is broken and they take it off. With the door open, they enter the apartment to steal whatever they can before the homeowners return. Nothing prepared the lady for a gun being pointed at her face. What the gang did next left her cold. A masked man opens the pharmacy door, and his fellow gang members run in hastily. Immediately, one points his gun at the person behind the counter, ordering them down. They all jump over the counter with their bags. They begin to take drugs off the shelf and put them in black nylon bags.
Put your hand down, man. What a place to put hand on. Where is it? Where the fuck is the money? Hey, come here.
One of the gang members asks the lady on the floor where the money is, and she describes it to him. They leave the pharmacy after getting the money and drugs they came for. They are suspected of raiding other pharmacies. A group of harmless-looking men pulls off a stunt that, on the surface, makes no sense. A man leaves the car from the passenger seat while another enters. As you can see, the driver moves into his seat. The man walks into the phone shop, looking like he will buy a phone. He approaches the counter and asks the attendant to show him a phone. As soon as he gets the phone, he runs away with it. He jumps into the driver's seat, speeding away as a customer tries to stop him. The shop had closed for the night, but this gang's specialty showed itself prominently. This gang has just broken the door of a Givenchy store in New York. Their masks hide their identities, and they do their best to keep their faces from the camera. They open their bags and begin filling them with bags, purses, and other luxury products. One of the men, without a mask, is the first to leave with a full bag. Soon, the other men follow him out with their bags filled with stolen luxury clothes and bags. It's estimated they stole products worth $50,000. The man needed somewhere to rest his head for the night, but his spot attracted the wrong people. These teenage gangsters stroll the neighborhood, looking for their next victim. They take the route around a convenience store for part of their nightly run. Around the store, they see a man in his car. They sneak around the car, hoping to catch him off guard. He comes out and sees them. One of the teenagers points a gun at him. They discover the man is homeless and poor. Annoyed, they punch him repeatedly in his car. The customers were trapped in the most unlikely situation, facing a mortal threat. It's getting late, and the restaurant owner will be closing up for the night when a couple of armed men break in. One of them quickly points a gun at him and the customers. The other men head to the counter while this man harasses a customer. The man on the lookout waits for the other gang members to finish packing the cash and other customers' valuables. When he sees them coming, they all run out together. A brazen gang swooped in quickly to get something, and one of them did something shocking. The shop owner of this jewelry store had closed for the night. He has a strong metal door barring the entrance. To get in, the gang outside uses a metal cutter. See the sparks as the blade cuts into the door's lock. The masked men stream in and pack the jewelry into their bags. One of the men left outside gets bored being on the lookout. He dances as he checks in on the others. Getting the jewelry they came for, they speed away into the night. The gang thought they had everything covered and walked into the store openly. They had a surprise waiting for them. Two men stop by this jewelry shop in Thailand on a bright Monday morning. Getting off their bikes, they approach the shop. The leader of the small gang shoots at the glass door, breaking it. They pack the jewelry they can find into their bags while their leader watches over them. Not long into the heist, the shop owner gets his gun and shoots at them. They run as fast as their legs can take them. While everyone was in their homes, they heard an alarm and ran out to see a troubling sight.
Oh my God.
The masked men below are trying to break into the jewelry store to get to the jewelry. However, the shop is secured and its windows are sealed with bulletproof glass. The shop's alarm also alerts everyone to what's happening. Unable to get in, they return to their bikes.
Oh my God.
One of them goes back to try again. They don't want to leave empty-handed. Tired of their presence, the residents in the neighborhood run out to catch them. The gang zips away before they can be caught. This next clip will shock you, but in a good way. The gang members in this clip might either be fools or, worse, not care. These masked gang men try to lift a stolen engine into the car's truck, but can't. The engine is too heavy for them to lift. You should know that this is happening in a gas station store. They succeed in lifting the engine into the trunk. With nothing securing it, they give the driver the sign to go. Immediately, it falls off. They are not giving up yet. The car reverses, and they are going to try again. They don't seem to be in a haste. An eclectic gang decided to show how bold they could get. The tense encounter ended unexpectedly. This gang has been warned not to come this way again due to the nuisance they cause. The residents call the police to stop them, but the gang doesn't listen and drives through the street with great fanfare. The cops are also unequipped to stop them. They escape from the cops' encirclement, driving away quickly. Seeing they cannot stop them, the cops retreat. This clip shows a sight you aren't meant to see. What the gang member did will send chills down your back. The driver is heading home when he sees a man in a hazmat suit riding in the dark on his bike. What's shocking is that there's a kidnapped woman at the side of the bike. The suspicious gang member speeds up. The driver chases the man through the night. Seeing he can't shake the driver off, the strange man stops in the middle of the road and runs away. The woman escapes as well. The gang came in as customers, but their experience took a sour turn for everyone in the shop. A masked man enters the jewelry shop looking harmless. The shop owner does some accounting at his desk while his attendant sees the man. Strangely, another masked man walks in. More masked men keep entering the shop, acting like customers. One of them shows his gun, ordering the shop owner to the back. They also capture the attendant. This is a well-organized gang about to rob the shop. They steal as much as they can, carry, and run out when the shop owner heads for the emergency button. The shop owner saw them coming, but it was too late to act. He took one desperate action that risked everything for him. The masked gangsters brazenly enter the shop and jump over the counter to get to the jewelry. One of them orders the shop owner to the ground at gunpoint. The man doesn't listen. Rather, he frantically tells his family in the shop to run and hide. The shop owner sits shocked on the ground as the men go about his shop, taking any jewelry they choose into their bags. After getting what they need, they leave. The man rises from the floor, too shocked to shout or run after them. A new gang in town took their chance on a jewelry shop, but their actions were disappointing in the end.
It was easily the most brazen break-in anyone can remember occurring in Los Altos. Surveillance video timestamped about 2:30 Sunday morning shows how thieves used a truck to smash.
This gang of thieves wants to get to the jewelry as fast as possible, so they ram the truck's rear into the shop, destroying the door and wall.
The video shows at least 2 people wearing masks, then used some kind of tools to smash display cases to get at the jewelry. The owner does not want to be...
They left the truck and went for the jewelry in the glass cases. According to the police, they only stole a handful of jewelry despite breaking down a large section of the shop.
The owner would not disclose what was taken or its value. Los Altos police said the truck was an unreported stolen vehicle. The thieves were in and out of the store in a matter of seconds.
One of them returns to the truck while the other scrambles to fit jewelry pieces into his hands and pocket. While walking down the road, the gang saw something that attracted them. They knew they had to act quickly. The man is trying to move the parked bike. He kicks the handle to move it while his colleague pulls on the tire. With the bike moving, he moves it out of the way so they can create a way for the bike they want. Another gang member pushes the bike they want to steal out. Working together, they get the bike on the road and try to start it. In the end, they push it away quickly. Right in the mall, 2 gang members boldly work, scaring anyone from getting close. This person recording stays far away from the scene, recording as the gang members break the jewelry case in the middle of the mall. They break the glasses and reach inside to get the jewelry. They quickly take all they can from the jewelry box before the mall's security arrives. According to reports, they escaped unscathed with the jewelry. Everyone stayed away to avoid getting hurt by them. Customers at the mall didn't know that their encounter could have escalated into something worse. The customers in this mall come to a stop when they see 2 people from rival gangs engaging each other in heated words. The situation looks about to escalate into a physical altercation, and the men present come in between them.
Whoa.
They throw more threatening words at each other as they are separated. Seeing the scene has ended, the customers resume their journey. The gang's rivalry would have to continue another day elsewhere. Upon returning home, the couple saw 2 figures in their home, unleashing their worst nightmare. A gang of 2 invaded this home. They separate the couple, leading the woman away from her husband. The woman is scared and further traumatized as the gangster places a hand on her. The gang has found what they want. The man pushes the woman to the living room, where the other man is watching her husband. They push the man to the ground so he won't see them as they leave. They don't want him to pose a threat. Despite their wariness, the gang left someone behind. This person could bring their gang to an end. The cops have a gang member pinned to the ground. He was standing around a house with his fellow gang members. The others escaped, but the cops caught him. They are searching his body to make sure he has no weapon on him. The cops question him in the rain. They want to call his family, but he rejects that offer and suggests they call his girlfriend to confirm where he lives. He is arrested and taken to jail to reveal more about his gang.